Good morning, traders. This is Alice Lind, and I welcome you for our today's webinar. I would like you to put pluses if you can hear me. Well, hold on. Practice account. Okay. Switch to the real one. Okay, so I wanted to start with our usual thing. I would like to ask you to put pluses if you can hear me and if the connection is good. Okay, we've got several pluses. Let's wait for the other to join us. Okay, and as usual, I would like to start with checking the economic calendar to see if there are gonna be some important news that's gonna influence our trading. So right now that's on Monday. Hold on. Right now we don't see anything that important that can disturb the trading and influence the analysis. And as I promised the previous time, I will trade today on the bigger time frame. I will open several trades on the 60 seconds, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and 15 minutes. Okay, so as you see right now I have already prepared the indicators that I'm using to trade, and let's switch to find the any available situation that tell us to enter, that allow us to make an analysis and to open some trades. Okay, we got two indices. Okay, well currently I don't see anything, any entrance point for 15 minutes, so I will switch to 5 to see if probably we've got something here. Australian to Swiss franc for 5 minutes for up. Oh, pretty interesting. Let's see if this option is available right now. Yes, so let's start for 5 minutes for high Australian dollar to Swiss franc, and I'm in. As always when I'm trading, I write down the assets that I'm using in order not to forget. 5 minutes up. Okay, and meanwhile let's look for something other. Also here, like also interesting situation, the same basically but it's closed. This asset is closed currently. Australian to American dollar, also like interesting. Also, let's enter for 5 minutes. Australian dollar to American one. Well, I'm making the second lap because I don't see any good entrance points. Here is also like a pretty interesting case, pretty interesting situation. We can try to open the trade for low for USD to Swedish krona. I don't see that the signal would be so strong. Let's enter for low for a bit more than 5 minutes. It will be like 7 minutes. Yes. Let's see what time frames we have on gold. Also like a bit more than 5 minutes. Okay, I will enter for high for gold. Let's see the situation on Australian to Swiss franc, as it promised to be pretty interesting, but currently it's falling. Well, there is still probability that the trade gonna expire in the money, so I'm waiting for it to expire. Okay, out of money. So let's open for hype for another 5 minutes with the bigger amount. And currently we have Australian to American dollar. Well, this trade is in the money right now. It will expire in 5 minutes. Okay, let's see if we have something. Well, there is a significant probability for the short growth of Canadian dollar that will occur within like several minutes. But I'm not that certain, so I will omit that trade because the system doesn't prove me that strongly that it will go up. And here I'll also like a probability for 1 million euro British pound. Okay, this trade expired in the money. Euro British pound, I will enter follow for 1 minute. When you're trading on the real short time frames, you need to be ready for the second trade, and you need to prepare before it expires in order to open the trade at the second that it expires. Gold, the only option is for 10 minutes, but I will enter nevertheless. Okay, let's see what we've got on 1 minute time frame here, euro. Okay. USD to Swiss to Swedish krona in the money, so we can cross it out. And Euro British pound closed in the money on the second lap. So what we've got right now is gold and Australian to Swiss franc, as far as I see the second lap for both assets. And here we see that it's still out of money, so I will probably need to enter for the third overlapping. So for 5 minutes. Never forget the time frame that you are using. Here we have a pretty interesting situation. Like here I would open for several minutes this asset for high. Let's switch for short. Yes, there is like really interesting case, and we need to get in time to open like British pound to Swiss franc. Here it is. I will open for 5 minutes for high, and it went down. USD GPY, I'm planning to open for high for 5 minutes as well. The second asset, and we'll write it down. Also here we can enter for low, like for the second trade. Yes, use this for Swedish krona. I will enter for low for, yes, a bit more than 5 minutes, like the 6 minutes. The closest expiry time is in 3 minutes, so we have time to check for other assets to see if there is like any interesting case, any interesting situation to enter. So here I also see Australian to Swiss franc, but we still have one trade open, so with the pretty big amount, so I won't enter for the next trade. Probably later. Sometimes switching between the time frames helps to determine if there is like good necessity, good probability for the trade, for the asset to tell us what to do. For now, the picture is pretty good. So let's see what we've got on the 30 minutes time frame. I believe here soon will be a pretty good situation to enter, probably even now. Let's see what we've got on the trade. Okay, British pound to Swiss franc expires in the morning, Australian to Swiss franc also in the morning. Currently we have open 3 trades that are opened, 2 of them out of money, 1 of them in the money. Gold. The support level here on this asset tells us that there is like high probability of reversal movement. Hold on, something with the platform. Okay, everything back to normal. Okay, so USD GPY also closed in the money, and currently we have 2 trades that are out of money. Let's see what we have on American to Swedish krona. I entered for low, and you see that the market moves up, so I will enter for low again with double amount, and after that I will open trade for gold. Also for 10 minutes, so let's enter. Australian Swiss franc, that was like interesting situation. We traded on that, but I'm not sure that there is point to enter for the next trade, but probably for maximum 1 minute. but I'm not certain, so I won't enter. I want to open this the chart for Canadian to Swiss franc to see what time frames I've got here. Let's see on 1 minute. Okay, I will enter for high for 5 minutes. Canadian Swiss franc, 5 minutes high. And now the favorite time frame of most traders, 1 minute, which is also pretty intense time frame, as the market within 1 minute reminds the chaos, and it's really hard to trade here without overlapping. So I will enter for 1 minute for low here. British pound, oh, for Japanese yen I need it. For Japanese yen for low, 1 minute. Let's go. Sometimes you need to try it several times because due to high volatility, sometimes you cannot get into the contract, you cannot get into the trade. Okay, and it went vice versa. All still. As you see, we did the right choice that we didn't enter for high for another trade for Australia, and as it started to move down. Okay, let's see what do we have here. This one is in the money, other 3 are out of money. So currently 4 trades. Let's wait for this to expire. And 3 minutes before the next trade, the expiry of the next trade. So we still have time to analyze the markets to find another asset to trade with. I will refuse from 5 minutes time frame or 1 minute time frame. Nothing here. Let's see what we've got on our assets that we have opened the trade. Canadian to Swiss franc, here it is. The situation has probably changed, and I need to estimate it to find out whether I should open the next trade. I opened it for high, and I still believe that there should be the up movement currently, so I will wait for this trade to expire to enter the next one. Let's see what we've got on Euro to Australian. Yes, I believe that's an option to enter for low, but as we have not that many time frames currently, well, I believe yes, this is the probability that there is the probability it will go down within this the time limit that we've got. So I will enter Euro to Australian for low. Okay, and the situation on Canadian to Swiss franc didn't change. Let's see what was the last trade. Okay, in the money. I will cross it out and will be ready to open the trade for Canadian to Swiss franc with the bigger amount. Okay, let's enter trade. I will enter here British pound to Australian dollar also for low. For 5 minutes. 6 minutes we have. Okay, that's suitable for me. Gold still doesn't grow. Okay, I will need to enter for the next lap. And the American dollar to Swedish krona also. I will enter for high. I'm sorry, for low. Yes, for low. That's the time frame that we've got. It's 10 minutes. Okay, so let's enter. American dollar to Swiss franc. For high, I see the option to enter. I will enter for 2 minutes. Several trades has closed in the money, so I need to check which one. British pound to Australia. American dollar to Swiss franc. In the last second it jumped and closed out of money, so I thought that it will be for in the money. Okay, I opened for too low amount. I need to add a bit more. And meanwhile, let's estimate the global situation on the markets. You see here there was a gap that still wasn't covered. Wasn't closed. So basically it allows us to make an estimation, an assumption that it should move that direction, and there is a huge probability that it will be closed. Okay. Today the gold doesn't seem that friendly to me. Okay, gold closed in the money in the last second, and American dollar to Swedish krona, no, so let's enter for 10 minutes, another 10 minutes. Okay, so currently we have three active assets. And I didn't open the trade for American dollar and Swiss franc. I traded here. Yeah, American dollar to Swiss franc. Okay, let's enter. Let's see what we've got here. I traded for, as far as I understand, for high, and as I didn't open the good trade in time to overlap and meet the opportunity. So what do we've got currently? Well, I would enter for low for the short period of time, like 2 minutes. The first one was opened for 200, so I will enter here for the 5. So in order to cover it, as it's not standard situation, as I didn't open for the necessary amount, I will need to calculate how much I need to enter. Okay. For high for 5 minutes. So basically right now I have two independent trades with a different expiry time on Canadian to Swiss franc, and both open for high, one for 500 and one for 6,000. Okay, let's see. Forgotten trade also closed in the money, so we can cross it out. Let's see what we've got on Canadian to Swiss franc. Well, I believe it should go for up on 1 minute time frame, 5 minutes time frame. So I will keep open. Okay, and meanwhile, let's see what we can do on the shorter time frame. Well, here I believe it will go up for 1 minute as well. So I will open the cross trade for 1 minute for the same asset. Like, the situation is pretty interesting, pretty suitable, so I won't omit it. And meanwhile, let's switch to other assets. Australian to Swiss franc, also like puzzle situation. Australian to American dollar, also for 1 minute I will enter. Hold on. At the money, but I still, well, I will enter another trade for 200 as I believe it will be successful. I see that we have here Arabian guests, but unfortunately I don't read Arabian. Okay, one expired in the money, the big one, and one out of money, so I entered for the another lap. I forgot to cross out euro to Australian dollar, which expired also in the money. American to Swedish krona also. I covered it. And currently we have 2 trades on Canadian dollar to Swiss franc. Let's open the chart for that asset. Oh, controversial, really controversial what I see here. It was like more suitable, more interesting when I opened them. Probably that was bad time. Okay, so I'll need to enter for another lap for 1 minute for that trade. I'm here at the same asset, but the longer time frame out of money currently. And meanwhile, I have an opportunity to make several trades on 1 minute. Canadian dollar seems to fall currently to European currency, to American currency. Let's see what we have on euro to American dollar. As far as I see, I didn't trade on this asset. One of the most important assets in the market, one of the most popular assets on the market right now. Okay, we need just 1 pip up in order to make profit on this trade. Oh, it closed at the money. Instead, I doubled up the amount. For these 2 trades, they have the same expiry time. one expired out of money, but I still, and the second one in the money, but I still need to cover it, so I will enter for the next lap. But for the 2 minutes time frame, well, usually I'm trying to make webinars up to 1 hour. Today we took a bit more time. So at the end, this trade, as you see, expired in the money. So the most important is to follow the system, follow the strategy, write down the trades that you have opened, especially when you are trading for the short period time frame, in order not to lose one trade or another trade, because that's really important to remember about all the trades that you have opened. My strategy allowed me to cover the previous trades which expired out of money, and it means that basically if you are following this approach, if you are following this system, you will close day in the profit. But the most important, of course, is to have the strategy that allows you to make money, the strategy that tells you what to do, and the system that tells you what to do in this or that case. So for today, I want to say goodbye to you, and hope that your trade expired in the money. And I will publish the report of today's trades, today's webinar, the total number of trades, the profit, the turnover, and so on, so you could see how it all works. For you, I would like also to ask you to send to your managers, if you traded with me, the results. If something is not clear, ask them your questions. And see you the next time. See you on Tuesday with another educational webinar. where we will discuss another interesting topic that allow us to analyze the market and to make profit. So for today, I'm telling you, stay in the money, make profit with us, with Finmax, and hope to see you on Tuesday. Bye bye.